Oh, so I can't do the intro, but Earl can do the intro.
No, I was letting him.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Welcome back to Beyond the Backboard Podcast. My name is Earl. These are my co-hosts, Omar, Max, Jay, right there down in the bottom. Welcome to the podcast. We're here and we're talking about all things NBA free agency. A lot of crazy news happened, so let's just jump straight into it. Damian Lillard, he is a free agent and he's getting paid over $22 million for the next 5 years on the Bucks salary. Absolutely insane. How do y'all feel about that, by the way?
Yikes.
That contract buyout.
He can go and sign a minimum anywhere he wants.
I don't think
I would do.
I don't think they're losing out on anything because he was not going to play anyway this season. I don't think it's a lose-lose situation for the Bucks. And they ended up getting Miles Turner out of that. Because if they kept Dame, they wouldn't have been able to get Miles, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, yes. But he's like, I'm just saying, like, I understand what people are saying. I know everyone is saying this was a good move for the Bucks, or at least a smart move given the circumstances. You waited to get Miles Turner. You want to keep Giannis, right? You got to keep Giannis happy.
Yes.
You were giving Giannis, you were expecting Giannis to win a championship. I know the East is weak. You were expecting Giannis to beat the Thunder in the finals with Kyle Kuzma as his second best player. Miles Turner was barely the fourth best player on the Pacers last year. He's now arguably the Bucks' second best player. He has to win a championship with Kevin Porter Jr. and AJ Green in his starting lineup, next to Kuzma and Turner.
You have a great point, Max. They're not going to win anything regardless.
Exactly. They're not winning regardless.
But they're just trying to show Giannis that they're trying. Like this is a very desperate organization right now. If they don't make this move, Giannis probably puts in the trade request 5 minutes after Dame is traded. But they let him know. They did not let him know they were waiving Dame. They waived Dame.
It's even worse.
They let him know they're going to sign Miles Turner. And then apparently he's excited about the signing.
Is he excited?
So what I've gathered from it all. What I've gathered from it is kind of the same thing Jay is saying here. Both can be true though. Giannis could have been excited for Miles to come, but he probably also didn't know the means of how Miles was going.
He probably didn't think it meant he's
probably didn't know he was going to lose Dame Lillard. He probably didn't know that.
Hawks and 4. That Hawks team played this Bucks team fucking sweat. Like this Bucks team.
That's what I mean. Like, are we looking at like the Bucks? Jay, you can relate to this. The Bucks signed Gary Harris. Any team that has Gary Harris is not winning an NBA championship. If Gary Harris is playing legitimate minutes on a team, they are not winning anything.
Gary Harris couldn't play at my Boys and Girls Club. He fucking sucks. I can't stand Gary Harris, bro. He was on the Magic. He was on the Magic shooting us out of games, bro.
That's what I'm like, bro.
He's worse than KCP.
Gary Harris respectfully should have been out the league 5 years ago. I don't know how he is still getting contracts.
Because he's a 3-and-D player who hits.
Bro, I'm a 3-and-D player.
a game.
I don't even play defense in 2K, and I could probably play better defense than Gary Harris.
Earl, what's your thoughts on it, man?
Maybe you're my player, Ken.
Yeah, honestly, my thoughts on the whole Bucks situation, I don't know. It's like I agree. They're making a lot of desperation moves. It's almost like they picked up every just role player they can find in free agency that kind of matches up with Giannis's gameplay. If you think about it, like from that perspective, cool. Like, are they making on paper the moves you make to fill the margin? Sure, but like with no Damian Lillard, like Max said, your second best player is Kyle Kuzma, and me personally, I don't think Kyle Kuzma can be the second best player on a championship team. It's just not going to happen.
No, that's not you personally. That's you. That's objectively. That is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like in general, it's just like
that is a fact.
I feel like
I have good sources that tell me Kyle Kuzma cannot be the second best player on the championship.
I feel like they have to.
All right, this is going to be a running joke all summer now. Huh?
They just got to break. They got to break the fact that Giannis might realistically request out. I don't know, man.
I think he will too, man. There's so many.
I'm not saying he will
reports.
this year, but he's definitely not signing an extension.
There's also so many conflicting reports because I heard at first that he was really upset with what's going on, and then I heard that he was very excited. And
you got the wrong sources, man.
Yeah,
See, this
clearly.
is what happened.
Yeah, clearly. But
obviously, you have to put it in perspective. Giannis, to me, he's kind of like a kid, right? He wants these big.
Let me
finish.
Let him go.
He wants these big. He has these big goals and aspirations as far as what the team looks like. But when it comes down to making those type of decisions, he wasn't ready for the consequences that came after it. The only way you sign Miles Turner is to clear the amount of money you needed, which was Damian Lillard. You had to drop Damian Lillard off the books in order to do the sign and trade for. Oh, I don't even think it was a trade. Maybe it was. I forgot. But they didn't have the money. They didn't have the money necessary to sign Miles Turner without letting go of Damian Lillard. So
they couldn't have traded other guys. They couldn't have traded Kuzma.
It wouldn't. I still don't think it would have added up.
Kuzma has a market.
Bro.
No way. Bro, you salary dumped him to Brooklyn.
Bro,
yeah, Brooklyn's
Damon was making $54 million.
They took MPJ. They'll take him.
They didn't take all $54 million to sign Turner. Turner's only getting $25 a year or something.
But I'm saying you have to cut it down. Like the reason why it's not like off the like it's literally split to 5 years. So over the next 5 years, you're going to be paid like $22+ million a year.
Yeah. 22.22 actually. It's a really
22.22.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen this before. Wave and stretch. I've never seen this before.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it, but
I think we've seen it on a way smaller scale.
Yeah, the Lakers were paying Luol Deng like 5 years after he retired because they waived and stressed.
I think the difference was
Giannis probably
getting paid
wanted
that
Miles
much.
Turner, sure, but Giannis's idea of having Miles Turner probably involved a Damian Lillard still being somewhat in the picture. Like this is a guy like Damian Lillard will be back like all-star. Is what I'm hearing. He'll probably be back around all-star break. That's what they're saying.
He did get injured earlier in the playoffs than everybody else.
Assuming that's true, like a team like that, and you have Dame maybe come back late into the season, maybe around playoff time, you might imagine yourself having somewhat of a chance if you have those guys in Giannis's mind. So I don't know. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
So are you blaming Giannis for this? Giannis is
no, I'm saying
that's not what I got.
I was just confirming the thing. Like two things can be right. Like Giannis wanted Miles Turner, but also Giannis didn't expect it to cause Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable thing to expect, especially when the front office doesn't tell them they have any plans.
The Lakers are interested in what? Kanan?
Like the Bucks. Ooh. Like I mean, okay, whether Lillard, even if Lillard doesn't come back this year,
got you.
Even if
oh
Lillard
my god, I almost got sent held.
Giannis is still going. Like theoretically, you're trying to sell to Giannis. We're going to take this year off. If we can be competitive, great. We're going to take this year off. We're going to let Dame rest. He's going to come back in 26. And then we're going to build a team that you and him can go win a championship in 2020. I guess it'll be 2027 at that point. That's what we're going to do. Like the Bucks, maybe their hopes of winning a championship this year went up incrementally by signing Miles Turner, but their chances of winning a championship in the next 5 years went down drastically when they waived Damian Lillard. It's a short-term minor gain for a massive long-term loss, assuming Damian Lillard comes back from his injury and is still relatively the same kind of player, which I don't know what it is. Let's be real. They're talking about Tatum's out for a year with a ruptured Achilles. Halliburton's out for a year with a ruptured Achilles. You're telling me that the guy who's older than both of them is going to come back months sooner? I mean, he only got injured 3 weeks before Tatum did.
Yeah, they don't even think
he's going to come back 3 months sooner.
They don't even think Dejounte Murray's coming back this season, and he got hurt.
Yeah, why am I day today?
Like I don't, bro. Achilles. I don't think no matter when you get injured in the season, you're going to miss the whole next. Exactly.
It's a year minimum.
Yes, man. That's it's the worst injury in sports. So like, I don't see Dame. Dame's like 35. He's not gonna rush back.
Yeah, I think.
And he had a blood clot in that same leg, calf. Like that
could be why he. That could be why he tore it, or like what? Like he could have been at an elevated risk because of that.
Dame is not playing this year, and if he plays this year, he's definitely not going to be the same because he didn't rest long enough. Tatum is 26 years old, 27, whatever he is. He is not playing next year.
Exactly.
Halliburton, even younger. No matter when he got hurt. When you're younger, the body heals faster.
Yep.
I'll say this.
So I don't buy Lillard.
I'll say this because in the same way, I can look at that. Obviously, Dame Lillard. There wasn't much time between him and the Tatum injury. Dame was sitting prior to the playoffs. He wasn't playing that much prior to the playoffs. From what I heard, it wasn't as bad as Tatum's. Now, that's not dismissing the injury. That's not saying it wouldn't take the same amount of time. But I can see a world where Dame comes back earlier. I'm not saying All-Star. I feel like All-Star is a stretch when I saw that report. I'm thinking late March, just about to hit the playoffs, something like that. I really, again, let me emphasize this. I don't think he's coming back before All-Star or anything like that. But I do see a world in where Dame comes back before the playoffs. It's not completely impossible.
So this will make Max's argument,
but highly
so this
unlikely.
will make Max's argument even better then, because if he were to come back this year, no matter what point of the season, the East is ass. So say they come back, say he comes back and they're like 8th, He can still come back and help them make a push.
Yeah.
So now he has to be on a team where if he comes back, they have to be in playoff contention because they're not.
All right.
To come back.
Then let's talk about it. What are the possible Damian Lillard destinations? We might as well get into it. This is why we're here.
I'll throw out 2 names. I think these are the best 2 names: Houston and Orlando. Because you know what, Houston.
I
and
like Orlando.
Houston and Orlando
a lot.
are 2 teams that, while they're in contention right now, they will also be in contention next year. Like Houston, if Dame can come back and help Houston or Orlando make a championship push this year, great. They're capable of doing that. But Houston and Orlando also have longer than 1-year windows. So if he's not able to rehab and come back for this upcoming season, he has to wait till 27. Houston will still be really good in 27. Orlando will still be really good in 27. So it's like you have to have that flexibility. Like Golden State, maybe, but like is Golden State, if he's not able to play this year, is Golden State really going to be able to win a championship in 2027 when Curry's 39 and Butler's like 37 and Dame will be 36? Probably not. Like you have to look at teams that not only like that have a 2 to 3 year window that could use him next year theoretically, but prioritize him and let him rehab a full year and come back in 27. I mean, would he start on Houston? Probably. Would he start on Orlando? Probably, assuming he's back to full health. I think those are 2 good spots for him.
Shout out to our boy Jay last night. He brought that up last night.
I was about to say, shout out to Jay.
Shout out our boy. I really like that Magic.
Other Jay, there's another Jay. Sorry.
Not
that couldn't have been me. So yeah.
We know 2 Jays. Like, he basically brought the fact that like
Damian Lillard to Orlando would make sense. I think that would make a lot of sense.
Like we talked for like probably about 30-40 minutes about this, but like it just makes a lot of sense.
It does
for Dame to go to the Magic. You can slide in Dame, Desmond Bane, Franz, Paulo, and who is it? Mo? Is Mo or
Franz? Mo's gone.
The Magic has Goga Batadze as their starting center as of now, or Wendell Carter. We need a big.
Wendell is the worst.
I think what is the starting lineup projected?
Rui's the worst power forward in the league starting.
Could you give us a projected starting lineup real quick?
We'll trade you Rui for Franz.
Magic is Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paulo, Goga, or Wendell.
Okay, Jay, I think I asked this question a little while ago. Do you think Wendell Carter is a top 30 center in basketball?
I forgot about Bane, man.
30? He has to be in the top 30, bro.
Is he?
Bro. Is he?
Every team has a center better than him.
Hey, man, you're the Orlando fan. You tell us.
Right now, Houston has 3 alone. Houston by themselves have 3 centers better than Wendell Carter right now.
Steven Adams might not. It's actually a debate. It's a debate. It's actually a debate.
It's debatable. It's definitely debatable. It's definitely debatable.
You said top 20?
Top 30. Top 30. Top 30.
So Steven Adams is actually the best offensive rebounder in the league, so he has to be in there. But
what's his name? Wendell Carter?
Wendell Carter Jr. He's not better than Booch. He's not better than Embiid. He's better than.
He's not better than Mitchell Robinson, and he's the second center.
Wendell Carter, according to ESPN,
Mitchell Robinson's starting center.
According to ESPN, he is number 49.
Ooh, he just makes the. Oh my god!
I don't know if I go that low. That's really low. But you could argue that Goga Batadze is a better center than him.
Is better than him. It's way better.
They have Isaiah Stewart better than him. They have Brook Lopez.
That's not true. Brook Lopez.
They have
and Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez is definitely better.
Brook Lopez is definitely better. Brook Lopez was able to change his game throughout his life.
Brook Lopez, I disagree with Isaiah Stewart, but I agree.
Nas Reed.
The first 10 years of Brook's NBA career, he was a post scorer. After that, he became everything else.
Gobert, Jokic, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet, if we're counting him as a center.
But these are going strictly off of like obviously numbers and stuff like that.
I take J Will over him too.
Nerdy stats.
J Will okay too.
The bench. Okay,
I would take J Will. Easily taking J Will over
J Will in
Carter.
3 starts this year has 3 triple
doubles. Carter is the worst center in the NBA. Actually, I take it back to Jackson Hayes. He's right above Jackson Hayes.
Yes,
horrible.
He's the second best starter.
Jackson Hayes is so bad that Wendell Carter is tiers ahead of him. But still, in the Wendell Carters, he is absolutely horrible. I do not care. He can't shoot. He's a fake stretch big. He acts like he's a stretch. He can't hit a single shot. He can barely rebound. Right, he's a mid at best defender. Absolutely overrated. Sorry.
Who are we saying that about right now?
Carter is my biggest pet peeve center that I just don't like watching.
Wendell Carter.
Okay, because I thought we moved on to Jackson Hayes or something.
No, I'm saying.
I have no words for him. He's just bad. Horrible.
What about Len? Is he better than Len?
Oh,
You know what? Lynn showed me signs before when Lynn was on the Hawks. He actually was playable. That was a long time ago. Wendell Carter, I have no words about Wendell Carter. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get into other trades and moves. Denver made some moves, obviously trading
best of free agency.
Denver's.
And honestly, okay, I'll be.
Before we go, after every team we talk about, winner or loser so far. So Bucks loser, right?
Bucks are losers.
Like
Denver winner.
Loser.
I will say when they first made the trade, the swap for Cam Johnson and the pick for Michael Porter Jr., I didn't like it for them because I firmly believe.
I love
Can I bring up something? And Earl, I really don't want you to be mad because it's more of a question. Please, everybody in the chat, don't get mad at me. How are y'all feeling about your offseason so far? I know it hasn't been too long. I understand.
Mike Brown, Jordan Clarkson. Ooh.
No, because you guys didn't make any moves.
We did. We got Jake LaRavia.
Bro, we don't need to talk
the best available wing. Right, I'm just saying he was the second best wing on the market. We got him. That's just a fact.
First best wing.
Okay,
no, DFS.
The Lakers did something. Congrats. DFS actually has made moves this offseason.
Let's talk about the teams who have, bro. Let's lock in.
I'll be honest. When they traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson, or traded away Michael Porter Jr. in the 2032 pick for Cam Johnson, I didn't like it for them because I'm a believer that Michael Porter Jr., especially on that Nuggets team, is a better basketball player than Cam Johnson. So I think to give that pick up,
definitely
no, he doesn't play defense.
And they also traded for a second grader, Max. Max, they traded for a second grader.
Hugging cone of a player.
They got a 2037 first round pick. Don't complain about a pick.
In the moment, I thought was an overpay. However, now that I've seen what they've done with the money that they freed up to get Bruce Brown back, to get Tim Hardaway
Bruce
Jr.,
Brown didn't take much to get.
I do like the trade for them. I do. I think
Max,
vacuum,
that was the greatest decision the Nuggets could have made in the offseason.
Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas, and Bruce Brown, I'm taking the latter, 100%.
Bro, that was the greatest start to the offseason for them. Getting off of Michael Porter Jr. was the smartest thing they ever made.
It wound up being smart.
If I had to,
I agree.
Regardless if any other moves happened, I love that trade. Cam Johnson is a way better defender than Michael Porter Jr. He shoots slightly worse, which is not even that bad if you look at the numbers. And they put up almost identical numbers as far as points. Like, that's a player you can put in catch-and-shoot situation with Jokic. He's going to help play defense, and he's going to lock in. Like, that's the type of role players you need around Nikola Jokic. I love the addition of Jonas Valanciunas. Absolutely under the radar move. They needed a backup big. I'm tired of seeing DeAndre Jordan in the NBA. Get him off. It's over. The ride is done. I'm sorry.
He's in the bench.
It's done. No, it's done. That's good. That's a huge upgrade. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., a guy who can be a catch-and-shoot shooter off the bench. They've been missing that. I love it. I think the Nuggets absolutely cooked this offseason so far. Like, they are the
Rockets. The Rockets. I gotta say, I think the Rockets have had the best offseason.
So Max,
I think Denver is.
How is Cam Johnson not a better fit for this team than Michael Porter? Cam Johnson can put the ball on the floor, which Porter isn't capable of doing.
We haven't seen that from Cam Johnson yet.
But listen, when he's on that Suns team, they had
you're gonna see it this year.
Chris Paul. He was a really good role player on the Suns.
He was. And again, I think with the fact that they made this trade and it opened up the money for them to make the other moves, I like it. I agree. I think it was
so. You only like it for money reasons. You don't think that he fits better. He's not this crazy that everybody makes it seem like he is, but his defense is better than Porter.
Not a great fit on the Nuggets. He was a.
You saying you haven't seen it because you've never loaded up a Brooklyn game for fun.
Who does?
I'm just saying. So what you're saying makes no sense. Cam Johnson is capable of doing the same exact thing Michael Porter Jr. is doing.
We haven't seen him do it on as big a stage.
That's just a blank statement.
He made finals, but he wasn't the third best player.
That's a blank statement.
Everything better than Michael Porter except for rebound and shoot contested threes. Everything else,
Cam Johnson is important things.
But listen, you don't need Michael Porter. I mean, you don't need Cam Johnson to do that kind of stuff, though. You need a guy to put the ball on the ground, make an extra pass, which Mike don't do. He just does not do it.
No, he doesn't. He's a better shot creator. I agree with that.
Yes, which they sometimes need when they're going against teams like the Thunder like the Timberwolves, where they
Sometimes
play
they do.
extra hard defense. That guy can bring the ball up sometimes. I'm not saying he's a point forward, but he's capable of dribbling the ball. Michael Porter is not a dribbler. He's a catch and shoot player, or the most dribbling he does is when he does a sidestep three. That's the only dribbling
you need a just absolutely elite, uncontestable catch and shoot 3-point player. When in games,
Hardaway Jr.
Okay, let's not act like Hardaway is that guy with that. He's not on the same level as MPJ with that.
MPJ is actually a top 5 catch and shoot player in the league. I understand your point, but you put in Cam Johnson, who has better defense, can shoot damn near as good. The shooting discrepancy is not that big, Max.
They're shooting almost
more injured than MPJ.
It's only a 0.5 difference, by the way, on the season average.
And then Cam Johnson's defense is way better. Like I said, he can put the ball on the ground. And his IQ is just better. Like Cam Johnson's a good basketball player.
He is, but he's not. Is he the third best player on a championship team?
He doesn't need to be.
Then who is the third best? Okay, so the Nuggets win a championship this year. It's Jokic, Murray, and who? Gordon? Is Gordon the third best player?
Gordon's absolute third best player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If you're going to say, as long as they're not expecting Cam Johnson to come in and do what MPJ did, because MPJ was the third best player on that team, I think, for the last couple of years, including their championship.
You have him
no.
over Gordon? You think he's better than Aaron Gordon?
I think there was a tie between the two of them.
And be the third option, then okay.
I saw Aaron Gordon as a one option on the Magic. He's definitely a third option on the Nuggets. He's not. I've never seen Michael Porter do anything but be a Nikola Jokic merchant. I've seen.
That's actually a really good way to put it.
I've seen. Hey, Max, where's your Michael Porter Jr. jersey at? Is he in the room with you right now?
Do you want him to be traded off next?
I'm just trying to figure out why you're putting on a show for Michael Porter Jr. when he's not watching. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
He's going back to Portland.
Come on, bro.
Is this real?
That's cap.
Yeah, good bait.
Nah, but like real talk, bro. I just feel like Michael Porter Jr. He has crazy stretches where he's just not playable, right? Obviously, his peak is his peak. Whatever, I understand. But this was a great move for the Nuggets, bro. You get off some money.
I agree. I'm just saying. Here's the last thing I'll say about it. In a vacuum, if you are only making one move, if it is player versus player, I would rather have MPJ on that team than Cam Johnson. But if it is a matter of MPJ versus Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm taking Cam Johnson.
I think a consistent thing that Denver fans have been complaining about over the past year has been MPJ. And I really feel like he's
been streaky, but so is Cam Johnson.
But I also feel like a big part of that. I mean, look, I'm not going to claim that I've sat here and watched every single Portland game, but when I have turned Denver games on. I'm sorry, I see Portland in my rearview mirror, fucking my peripheral view. But what I'm trying to say is, every time I try to turn on Denver, I do see MPJ kind of slacking on D. He's not. He's sure.
I do agree with that,
and that's something that they were missing. That's something they were missing at that position too.
You want to talk about defense? Until that team is never going to be a good defensive team until Nikola Jokic actually realizes that he's supposed to play center and stop people at the rim.
But then that's okay. Okay, so I agree with that. I agree that even Nikola Jokic, he doesn't even get off the ground at that high. He's not really going after.
He does not try at all.
He's not really going after blocks and stuff like that. If it's there, he'll do it. If not, he's letting it go and going the other direction.
Exactly.
But what was I gonna say there? Fuck, I was gonna say that.
Like Cam Johnson helps 100%. Better defender upgrade. Listen, I'm the one who brought the Nuggets up saying they are a winner of the offseason. Let's not forget that. I'm bringing them up as a winner. I think that team is definitely going to be better this year. They are way better equipped to make a deep playoff run.
I think they're a lot better. Yeah, I mean.
So we can all be
winners. W
but
Nuggets.
I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought for a second. But what I was trying to say was that is the Nuggets' job. The GM's job is to surround him with players that are capable of playing that level of defense. It's not necessarily on MPJ, but you need to trade stuff to get players like that. Cam Johnson is that valuable. That's what they have to do.
Fair enough. And like I said, I do think these are better moves.
Sorry to cut you off, Jay. My bad, bro.
They had to make a move. This was the move, and they did what they had to. I think they're going to be a better team for it.
So Rockets now? Rockets?
Yeah, so let's get into the Rockets.
Rockets win the offseason 100%.
I 100% think yes, they won the offseason.
They're the winners.
1,000%.
I told you.
They are the big winners. That team is going to be so scary. If Durant is healthy. If Durant's not healthy, everything kind of falls off the train. But if Durant's healthy, good lord.
But what I tell you on the playoffs, bro.
Not really.
Rockets, 20%.
They only really lost like one player, Jalen Green.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that's my biggest point in the playoffs. I said this. You have to get rid of Jalen Green or Fred VanVleet. You cannot win a championship with those two guys running your offense. Yep. Absolutely horrible to watch. I stood on that take like 10 toes down. Those guys are not capable players. I'm sorry. And now what you have is you have an absolute offensive juggernaut in Kevin Durant who can go out there and get a bucket anytime you need. All those stagnant possessions where we've seen Fred VanVleet kick out to Fred VanVleet, rebound, brick. Oh, rebound, kick it out to Fred VanVleet, brick. Oh, Jalen Green on the wing. Oh, he shoots a three, brick. You have Kevin Durant now. And people are missing this angle of it. Jabari Smith Jr., I've been saying this is the Jabari Smith Jr. breakout year, bro. He now has 100% access to Kevin Durant. Me personally, I feel like their games, obviously they're not the same, but
they're insane.
Jabari Smith Jr. is a stretch. He specializes in shooting the catch and shoot three, getting to his spots. I've seen him work out with Kevin Durant over the summer. Now he's going to be with Kevin Durant every single day. I like that for the Rockets. Absolutely beautiful for the development team as far as the future, even past Kevin Durant. They needed that.
Bro, even Tari Eason would be like find some like good stuff to get from Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good talent on that squad that is just going to get better. And with Kevin Durant, I'll take a line that you said earlier this year, Earl, because you were saying it about the Spurs, but it really actually builds up their timeline. It really speeds up their timeline in terms of those two in the development department. So that's also why I say that.
Too. Like, think about it. They signed
DFS was a very good sign
off the bench, which I think is the right spot. I don't think DFS is a starting small forward in the NBA, but I think he is a more than capable backup.
I have to say
Clint Capella. I mean, re-sign Steven Adams. They bring back all their minimum players.
Clint Capella is on the Hawks, by the way.
And you get
no, he's not. He's on the Rockets.
I'm sorry, you're right. Oh my god, I keep mixing up because he re-signed with. I keep forgetting that.
Clint Capella is getting less money per year than Luke Cornett. That is a steal.
He's on both teams, man. They both red. They both red. They on the same team. They both in the South.
I have a question. They're paying KD 50-something million.
No, you don't.
VanVleet 25, Şengün whatever. I don't understand how they're playing all these guys.
Dude, you know what I would do?
They have a good 10-man.
This is my master plan, bro. Let's say Fred VanVleet just absolutely stinks the bed, bro.
Why are you hating on Fred VanVleet so much?
I'm saying, let's say he does. Let me finish.
Yeah, let me come.
I'm going to get Damian Lillard. If Damian Lillard doesn't sign and he waits till the season starts and he's kind of chilling, seeing where everything plays out, I would easily, no hesitation, put Dame right there. It's over, bro.
This is my only pushback to everybody. Reed Shepherd is alive. He's on the team still.
That's true.
I said that when Jalen Green was traded. I agree with that.
That's why I'm confused. Why are they getting so many players? Like, they don't have all these young guys waiting to eat. Cam Whitmore is like dying on the bench, bro. Like, he is not.
He's gonna play this year. He'll play.
He's not, bro. All right, listen. They're at least 11 deep. They have the starting five: VanVleet. Who's going to start the two?
VanVleet, Amon, Durant, Jabari, Şengün.
Shout out to Nets Nation in the chat.
That's five right there. Then they still have Tari Eason, Clint Capella, Steven Adams, Reed Shepherd, DFS, Cam Whitmore, Jason Tate, Aaron Holiday.
Oh, okay.
And they plan to re-sign and bring back Jason Tate.
Take Jason Tate and Aaron Holiday. And honestly, I don't think Capella is going to expect to really play minutes. I think Capella is going to be a third-string spot minute center.
Or he's gonna
start next to Alfred.
Hell, double big.
Their wings
last season.
I think.
What if they go Clint Capella, Alfred, Kevin Durant? Because they could definitely do that.
That would be gross. That
would be absolutely disgusting.
That would be gross, but
no matter who you even put at the 1 and 2.
We saw Ime do this against the Warriors. The double big lineup had the highest plus minus in the entire playoffs. So who knows? He might know what the fuck he's doing. Ime is him.
I think with Adams it works a lot better than Capella. Capella isn't insurance. Let's be like, Capella is insurance in case Adams gets hurt again. He's insurance.
Wait, do we think Adams is better than Capella, y'all? Like,
yes, I would play on that Rockets team.
Rebounding only. Clint Capella is still a lob threat. He can
I agree
still
with that one too.
do a
yeah.
hook shot. Steven Adams has no offensive bag.
Earl,
Like,
what's your thoughts on
whatsoever.
Clint Capella? As someone who's watched Hawks games, is Clint Capella better than Steven Adams right now?
He can catch a lob. He can
Yes.
do a hook shot. Steven Adams can only get
And look,
rebounds.
I'm a known Steven Adams.
I love Steven
Okay,
Adams. by
I'm
the
not
way.
gonna say hater.
He's
I'm a known. No, I didn't mean to say Steven Adams. My fault. I'm gonna say I'm a known
Clint
Clint Capella. Call it how I see her.
I gotta say,
I've
shout
seen
out to
Clint
Nets
Capella
Nation
live
chat
in
us.
person multiple times, and I've seen Clint Capella lose games because of his decisions. But with this type of team, if you're playing him solely as a lob threat, he's still able to protect the rim. He's gonna get you a double-double. He averaged just under a double-double this season, easily. I think it was like 9 and 8 or something like that. Way more than Steven Adams.
And that's not crazy. I don't think that's crazy to say Steven Adams in the same amount of minutes on this team is going to be more productive.
I'm just saying, bro. If I had to, you ask me a question,
I
probably
think-
taking Clint.
I think the thought process behind the Rockets here is actually trying to get Alperen to the power forward. Believe it or not, I really do think it's something that they're trying.
They have
to do.
Durant.
He's got to
and Smith,
fix that
though.
3-point shot.
They-
and
I
that
mean,
doesn't make
Durant can
sense
play
now.
small forward. I just said that too.
I agree with Omar.
Then what about Jabari?
I think that is a possibility.
Jabari sits right behind them. What's wrong with that? And then you can
Jabari will
swap.
have to come off the bench.
I just don't. They have too
Jabari's coming off the
many.
bench
They have
regardless, by the
too
way.
much, bro. Like
Yeah, they have a lot.
I understand they're trying to model like what the Pacers and the Thunder just did by having just a plethora of
Yeah.
athletic, wing, lengthy, but like, dude, DFS, Jabari, Tari, Cam Whitmore, KD, Amen Tom, that's too much.
No,
Some
it's
people-
not. You have three.
some people
Bro,
have to
you
go,
need
bro.
a backup for every
Now,
position.
this is
Cam
where-
Whitmore is the backup shooting guard. DFS is the backup small forward, and Tari East is the backup power forward. You have three.
Okay,
ones
who's
off
the backup
bench.
center? Steven
Adams
Adams.
and Capella. Pick one, and then Reed's your backup point guard. Boom.
Why?
Reed is not playing. I don't think Reed's playing.
Or you just don't play him. That's fine too. If you want to wait him.
I mean, I like Reed. I like Reed on the backup. Don't get me wrong.
Reed is a third
Van
pick,
Vliet,
bro.
Van Vliet, and I think that makes sense. I
you know
don't
what?
know if I
It's
see a
better
world
if-
where they're not starting a center because, I mean, what do you guys think? I want to hear what
You
Jay has to
have
say.
them. It's better to, if you have the money
Because-
available, you may as well sign these guys and get them under contract. Get valuable guys under contract.
And
Because
what if
now
they
what
turn
can
around
do
and go
is
get
they can
Dame
make a trade
on the
at
minimum?
deadline and consolidate some of these salaries to get one good positional upgrade. Like they
They
could
can actually
trade
do-
Luke Shepard and Tari Eason at the deadline if they are just not playing enough.
The only team that probably has more assets than these guys is the Spurs. Like they
Oh,
have
really?
The
so
Thunder.
much.
The
bro.
Thunder.
Oh, guess what? And guess who we forgot
Oh, yeah,
about?
no, no.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Nope, continue. My bad.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I still
they-
think the Rockets are
Okay.
the absolute winners. Like they have a legitimate 10-man lineup that can go toe to toe with the Rockets, the Pacers, any team in the the
All right,
Thunder. The
so you're counting Rockets winners 100% because it's by leading.
I got another team too to look
I
at.
agree.
I got
I
a
have
100% that the
the whole-
Rockets
yes.
won this offseason.
Who you got? Earl, who do you have? Before
The
I say
Hawks. He's gonna say the Hawks, and that's deserved.
it's the Hawks. I think the Hawks is 50-50
Come on,
at
man.
this point.
Absolute
The Hawks didn't get Kevin
masterclass,
Durant.
man.
Did the Hawks get Kevin Durant?
Absolute masterclass.
Did the Hawks
Absolute
get Kevin Durant?
masterclass.
The Hawks.
I don't
got-
care, bro. I'm just
they
saying,
got what
like
they
when you look
needed.
at their roster,
Why?
you're not comparing it to. Let's let.
Why are
everybody
we
have a
comparing the
chance.
36-year-old Kevin
Look.
Durant to the best Hawks team that they could have put together for Trae Young?
Look, the Hawks went out and
It's not really
adjusted.
that fair.
They literally upgraded every positional need. I feel
Yeah.
personally. They got
I think
Nikhil
the Hawks
Alexander
are second
Walker.
winners.
Mhm.
I would go Rockets 1, Hawks 2, Nuggets 3.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay,
close.
so they got
I
Nikhil
agree with that
Alexander
one.
Walker. They got Luke Kennard. They've been missing extra 3-point shooting off the bench. I love that move for them.
Yes.
Porzingis is low
Um,
risk. We've talked about that.
Porzingis, low risk, high reward type of situation. They have Jalen Johnson obviously coming off an injury. Zachary Ricochet actually finished the season off really good compared to the way he started his rookie campaign. So they have a lot of different, they have a really good mix of youth / vets now. And I think it's a good balance. And Big O, I think is going to have a really good year as well. Now that Capella's out, you don't have to see him staggering those minutes with Capella. Obviously, Porzingis is in there, but you can run a lot of different flexible lineups. Like their big situation, they have a lot of guys who can run that flex 3, 4, and 5, which is kind of interesting when you get down to crunch time and closing games. I'm curious to see what type of lineups they put out there because they can put out a lineup where everybody on the floor can shoot easily.
Mhm.
And that makes them a little bit scary. And not only that, defend. They really realistically have a really good chance of having one of the best two-way teams in the NBA.
And this is
as long as Trae Young is out there, he's always going to be the liability.
No, Max,
Well, who cares? That's the point of signing defenders.
I don't think
defenders.
I don't think I've seen Trae Young with this many lob threats on the same team at the same time. And it's going to hurt me as a Knicks fan, but I love it for basketball.
So
every year, his assists per game has gone up with less.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the Warriors be a best defense in the league with Steph Curry. Even though Steph Curry defense is better than Trae Young by all means.
That is true.
We're talking about
this team
Warriors
has
defense.
Reese Shea, who was drafted as a two-way specialist. Jalen Johnson is a two-way. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is a defensive specialist.
The rookie was
Dyson
one of the
Daniels.
best in the draft.
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson, bro, this team is so nasty, bro. Like, if they don't get top 3 in the East, it's a travesty. Like, it's a
no.
They have to get top 3.
Yeah. No, we're not touching top 3.
In the East,
what do you mean not touching top 3?
Cavs,
who you got top 3?
Top 3. They're the top 3.
Cavs who?
Cavs, Knicks, Magic. Top 3.
I think the Hawks will
Knicks?
be better than my
We're
Magic.
sneaking the Knicks
I'm
in
a
there?
Magic fan.
Yes, we're sneaking the conference finalist Knicks in there. Yes.
I
think the Hawks could be.
Hawks are top 3. Hawks are top 3. Worst case, top 4.
No. Worst case is like 6.
I do think the Hawks. I do think the Hawks look very nice. I'm not gonna go.
I can't wait for that head-to-head matchup. Oh my god, I can't wait. Hey Jay, wait till we get to come on here and talk about them getting beat down. Wait till we get that.
Look at the roster from top to bottom, bro. This team is so good, bro.
They are very good. They
were above 500 before my boy Jalen Johnson got hurt last season, and that was when the East was competent last year. The East is incompetent this year, and they're gonna have even
they could finish 4th or 5th. Like, this is a team.
What I'm saying is, Jay is making a good point. They were already that before with Jalen Johnson before he got injured. They were already that.
Let me say this,
and now they have 5 extra players with that.
I think we're gonna see a closer East than we did last year. I know there was and it's actually like a bigger window than you guys may think, because I think the top 3 teams were the only teams really remotely close. Top 4, if you want to add the Indiana Pacers, and everybody else was like at least 4 or 5 games under. We're gonna see what we saw in the West last year. I'm gonna predict 6 teams for the East. While I agree that the Hawks got a lot better, and there's a lot of things going on over there that's going to be really good for Trae Young, there's also going to be a lot of competition with these teams that are also going to be on the come up. With that being said, 3 or 4 is very viable for the Atlanta Hawks. 3 or 4.
I think if I'm tier ranking the Eastern Conference teams right now going into the season, I'm putting the Cavs, Knicks, Magic at S. I'm putting Atlanta, Indiana, even without Halliburton.
You're putting
Atlanta,
the Magic
Indiana,
at S?
Detroit in A.
I'll put the Magic at S if I get Damian Lillard.
Wait, you're putting the Magic at S?
I'll put the Magic at A. I can't put them at S yet. Personally, I can't.
The Magic are absolutely S tier right now. They have a top 10 player in Paolo Banchero. Whether y'all don't have to believe he's top 10, top 15, whatever y'all want to say.
Top 10 is stretching it.
They have arguably
I don't think so, Max.
He's arguably a top 10 player, and then throw that with Bane, Suggs, Franz, throw just those 4 alone. S tier. I like that team better than the Pistons.
I'm the one who's putting the Magic in.
Hey, I really do feel like the fandom is coming through here a little bit.
No, I understand what Jay's saying. Paolo is one of the maybe the most underrated players in the league. I do agree he's like top 15.
He broke
not top 10 though.
Playoff records back-to-back years he's been in there. Back-to-back years, averaging 30 in the playoffs. He's averaging like 30.
And now you give him Bane, another year of Franz, Suggs healthy. I think the Magic are in the S tier. A tier.
The Cavs and the Magic. Cavs Magic are a lot for top 3. Because the Cavs have the same team. Even though with Garland hurt is the only thing scaring me. how long is Garland going to miss start?
I want to see. I personally want.
We got Lonzo now.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I think the Cavs top three. I think the Knicks top three too. I don't care. I know coaching changed, but they just made the conference finals. They're running that same team back. They've been top three the last couple of years.
I think the Knicks look, us too. I haven't said a word. Relax.
I can't stand Lonzo, bro. Like he was on the Bulls for all those years. And he
missed so much better. We beat him in 2K the other day.
I'll say this about the Knicks just to touch on them. Touch on them briefly.
You lagged out after like a minute, but we still beat his team.
Oh yeah, we did play Lonzo. Yeah, we did.
Leaving the game early.
Yeah, he was guarding. He saw me and he left. I'll be honest.
That's crazy.
You saw he had to guard me.
I'll say the Knicks end up in actually first this year. I think it'll be a rough road to get there, but I think we end up there.
He changed his hat.
That's fine. You can say whatever you like.
I am not hot. The Knicks are still not deep, y'all. Jordan Clarkson is y'all think Brunson's bad on defense? Y'all have Jordan Clarkson to back him
Bro,
up.
I hate the Jordan Clarkson signing, Jay.
I'm glad we're in agreement. Jordan
it's not the best thing ever.
Good. I'd rather play Deuce over him.
100%. 100%. If he is taking any minutes from Deuce McBride, that is criminal.
He's going
to.
I
think Mike Brown is going to have a good time.
It's either Jordan Clarkson. He's going to take minutes from probably like a campaign Shaman. He's going to take.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he's going to
campaign Shaman.
Yeah.
He's just going to get more minutes. Like I think Deuce he's going to play next to Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride will be the point guard, and Jordan Clarkson will be the back.
Would a combined?
Talk about the Knicks bench, like
how tall is Jordan Clarkson? Let me double check.
6'5". He can play shooting guard.
He can play small forward too. You can even you don't even need to have him at a guard position.
No, he can be a small ball 3, but they will get absolutely he will get absolutely hunted. Back to back plays.
He can't guard it quick.
He can't guard anybody.
I'm taller than Clarkson. Facts. Okay, but yeah, I still think that.
Well, then now that's where Yabusele and then Huck Porty come in.
All Knicks bias aside, I still think they're S tier. I think the Hawks with these moves slot nicely into A tier. I think they're going to be in the battle for that 4 to 6. I think Indiana, even without Halliburton, they still have the dark magic. I still think they're going to be a top 5 or 6 team. And the Pistons still in that fight. I think once you get to that next tier is B tier, which is like the 76ers and the Bucks and the Celtics, where it's like they still have a fighting chance, but I don't think they're deep enough. I
think the Philadelphia 76ers are actually going to surprise us a little bit this year. Maybe I was wrong.
I have
maybe 7 or 8 teams.
I have a sleeper winner in our teams that we're talking here, guys. Sleeper winners, the Los Angeles Clippers, getting Brook Lopez a backup 5, and with the team, remember the Clippers were good. You went to 7 with the Nuggets.
Yeah,
they went to 7 with the Nuggets.
I don't think one move is enough for a sleeper winner, but like it was a good move.
No, because it's either I don't think they lost though, because they didn't lose anybody.
They didn't lose. I think I think they made a good move. I think there should be a category for just that they made a good move.
So they draw.
It's not like they didn't like win, you know.
I don't know. I really like Brook Lopez as a backup, man. Like they had no backup big last year. Their backup big was Nick Batum. Like to have Brook Lopez instead of Batum is very solid. Like, or no, Ben Simmons was the backup 5, and Drew Eubanks got hurt last year.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. I think the Clippers can be good, man. They were good last year. I think they can run it back this year.
I think the Clippers can be great this year. They did pretty good last year. We need a full season of Kawhi. I really want to see that again. I agree with you. I really don't think that's ever going to happen ever again. But hell, man, we need it. They need it. They need a full season of Kawhi.
In order to be winners, I think you have to make multiple like good moves.
And I said it last year, and I was very wrong about James Harden. We could go back to that page.
Oh no, Omar.
I don't think even Jay was in for that one.
Omar said that James Harden would average 13 points a game, and I told him he would have.
He said 13 and 9.
He didn't have his best.
It wasn't crazy at the time to say. He was averaging like 16.
It was absolutely.
We both disagreed with you in the moment.
Yeah,
100%.
We're gonna clip this, and we clipped it, and you were wrong.
I was very wrong. I'll say that. Is he going to sustain? What was he averaging this year?
23 a game. He averaged 10 more points than you thought he was going to. He averaged
23, 6 rebounds.
A whole 5 Gary Harris is above.
Bro, he averaged 23, 5.8 rebounds, and 8.7 assists.
Yeah,
and made an all-star game. He was an all-star.
And inefficient. Yeah, and efficient, I should say. Not inefficient. Efficient.
Wow.
Efficient. Not the other one. Efficient.
But I agree. I like the Brook Lopez signing.
Are we gonna say right here, right now, that he can continue this going into?
Yeah. Why do we have to? Why do you do this?
36-year-old.
Who cares?
He burned you last year.
An hour away.
Don't bother with it.
Leave it, bro. Leave it, man. I'm trying to save you from more bad takes.
DeAndre Ayton looks 50.
Bro, 1 hour away from my GOAT.
He's like 26, bro.
Aiden has a Laker average 18 and 14.
Oh, man.
So can we talk about this real
14,
quick?
he
Though?
couldn't sniff 14 rebounds in like a week.
So Earl,
Bro, he averaged 10 plus on the season.
Earl,
Dang.
is LeBron gonna force his way out? Because if they sign Ayton,
Look, I'll say this.
Fucking gone. I have like Ayton.
No. It's not even that. What would likely happen is at this point, it's the opposite. If they don't get Ayton, they don't trade for anybody, then LeBron is going to ask out because there's nothing
I agree with that
that's
more.
changed.
I feel like
It's the opposite. Because personally, if I'm LeBron, like I know people talk about Ayton, whatever. For us personally, on this roster, you just need a comparable big. Like obviously, Ayton, he has his problems. A lot of his stuff is about team issues and not being motivated. Dog, you're going to be playing with the Lakers, playing with Luka Doncic, playing with LeBron James. You're going to be motivated to play basketball and to win games. That's the culture in Los Angeles.
Yep.
You don't have that feeling in Portland.
LeBron would rather play with him as his starting center than Christian Koloko.
Easily. And like I don't think people understand that. That's why I'm saying I don't care what anybody says about Ayton. I want him on the team. There is no other better, cheaper option for us right now that doesn't include a trade. Real talk. Like, and even if we do trade for a center and stuff like that, you still need a backup center. So Ayton has to happen. Like realistically, what has to happen is you have to get Ayton and you have to trade for backup center. And I swear, if I open my phone and it says Pacers signed DeAndre Ayton, and the first move I see is Rob Pelinka signed Jackson Hayes, I am off this app. I'm off of every social media for 15 days.
That was me. Sorry.
I'm out of here for 15 days.
I'm sorry. I won't do that to you again.
Who would they have to trade for y'all to get Vucevic?
That's a good question. How much does he make, though?
I think
You guys may actually be able to get off of Rui and
Vooch is way better than Ayton in
that
terms
one.
of fit.
But he costs so much, Jay. He costs so much.
I just want to ask, what does he
We
make?
don't need Vooch, though. We don't need Vooch. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Luka Doncic does not want to play.
We don't. Hey, don't put your problems on us, Jay. Don't put your center problems on us.
Listen,
we don't need that. We don't need it.
Ayton is so. Throw that Lakers team with Ayton in a series against the Thunder. They're getting swept.
No, we're not getting swept.
We're
not getting swept. Our biggest problem, I don't need Ayton to do anything but grab me a rebound, which y'all don't understand. Look, y'all are not comprehending this. Our best center on the team, look, Jackson Hayes. I have to put this in perspective because you guys literally don't understand. I don't care how bad Ayton is.
Earl, I just want to say, like, I understand because I dealt with this as like a
6.6 points per game and 4.8 rebounds as our starting center.
So bad.
4.8 rebounds. That's absolute garbage. There's dudes who come off the bench and get up 8.8, 9, 10 rebounds. That's horrible. Ayton at least, floor, at least. Ayton is giving me 14.4 and 10 rebounds. I don't care. All he has to do, set a screen. Oh my God, I'm not asking him to be Hakeem Olajuwon. Set a screen. Go to the basket. Get an easy pass from Luka. That's it. I need a big who can catch the ball. He can shoot in mid-range. He can finish. That's all I need. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't care who's on the market, bro.
I couldn't.
Y'all gotta understand. We have Hayes. That's my answer to everything. We have Hayes.
What are some other underrated signings that y'all like? I like Ty Jerome to the Grizzlies. I think he could be solid there.
The Grizzlies lost so much, though. They're losers, though. They lost so much.
Jared Jackson Jr. has turf toe out for 5 months. So what does it matter now?
Yeah, they said it was.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
they just signed him.
They lost in the sense that I think the value that they got for Desmond Bane was good. I just don't know where they go from here. Like, are they retooling or are they rebuilding?
All right. Before we end, what the fuck are the Celtics doing? Are they tanking? Or are they not tanking? Because the Celtics don't tank.
They're tanking.
The Celtics don't tank, though, but they look like they're trying to tank.
No, Jay, you know what they're doing? Do you know what the Celtics are doing? No, they are doing what the team that beat them in the 2022 finals did. They were pulling a Golden State when Golden State knew Curry was out for the whole year, they tanked and got the second overall pick. Obviously, it didn't work because it got James Wiseman, but the Celtics are going to tank this year. They don't even have a center on it. Luka Garza is going to be their starting center. Luka Garza will start for the Celtics. They're just going to tank this year. If they're competitive, but they're not trying to be good this year. They're doing what I think the Bucks should be doing, which is the Bucks should have just let Lillard go rehab, sit this year out, build around, make sure you have cap flexibility for next year to go get him a team for next year. Tank, get a good pick, be good in 27. That's what they're doing.
I'm not gonna lie, Max. You absolutely cooked. I forgot. I didn't, because that's a great analysis. Like, best players
they got beat
out,
by
best
it 3
players
years
out.
ago. So they're saying, all right, we're just going to do Golden State. And if anything, they have a leg up on that Golden State team because Curry got hurt at the start of the season. The season was already going when Curry got hurt. Now they have a whole offseason in advance to flex with the roster.
They're going to be way under the tax. Good, yeah, I agree.
So that's what they're doing. I mean, they're losers, but they're trying to be losers, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, because
I don't think Al Horford comes back to that team. I think Al Horford's going somewhere else.
Either the Lakers or the Warriors.
The thing with the Lakers is, though, like, they don't need, like, sure, Vucevic is good, Al Horford is good, but they don't need a stretch center. They need an athletic rim presence to play next to Luka. That's
nobody on the Lakers hits threes.
You don't need dinosaurs.
But Earl, who on your team hits threes? Nobody can make threes. Why not get a stretch?
We're not a bad 3-point shooting team. Reeves can hit threes. Luka hit threes. Brock can hit threes.
Don't say anybody else. Don't say anybody else. Don't say
Rui
anybody
Hachimura.
No.
He shot like almost 40%. Everybody can hit threes.
Rui's not a volume shooter, though, man. I don't care about 4.
Bro, Rui can shoot. What is everybody saying? Rui's.
Don't Lakers fans think Rui is the worst player
I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this.
I hate that fact that people hype up Rui. He doesn't do anything. Look,
I'm not hyping him up. I'm just saying.
He was.
Look, I'm not hyping him up. What I'm saying about Rui Hachimura is he is capable of being a shooter. He had moments and stretches where he hits big shots. He makes shots for us. 13 points a game, shooting 41.3% from 3. That's a role player's number.
Over 5 attempts. Is it over 5 attempts?
Probably so. Let me see.
Edit it on the Wikipedia page.
4.2 attempts per game.
It's not 5 attempts. I don't care about the sample size.
It's 1 off of 5.
0.8 is a lot over the course of a season.
4.2 attempts a game.
That's not enough.
4.2 next to LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Reeves.
Okay, he can go.
That's context.
Every 5
you got those two. It's Luka, Bron, and Reeves. Put him on a different team. Bro. Volume's up. He'll probably take like 6 or 7 on a different team, but he can't because he's playing next to Luka, LeBron, and Reeves.
I don't know. Okay. You just can't win basketball games with Rui Hachimura as your starting four. You can't.
Look, and I'm not arguing with you. There's times where I just think Rui's unplayable. I agree, but we can't sit here and act like Rui is not a decent role player, though. He could be a decent role player for a different team, but I'm saying like the people saying he's trash is crazy. And I'm on trade Rui. If I can upgrade the roster, I'm trading Rui without hesitation. I do not care. But the Rui disrespect is kind of crazy, though, low key.
What do y'all? Here's a question for y'all. Why has Philadelphia not made more moves? Is it because they're second apron and just don't have any flexibility?
How many players they have? What moves can they make? They have Quentin.
They got VJ Edgecombe, bro.
No, they don't have Grimes.
Oh, Grimes is still a free agent?
He is, yes.
Right,
he's asking for $25 million a year. He's not going to get it.
It's okay. Rob, I actually talked to Rob Pelinka. After we get some stuff settled, we're going to work out a discount with him.
Did you just say you'd pay Grimes $25 million?
I give him a 4-year, $100 million contract without hesitation.
On NBA 2K, but Quentin Grimes, he's not worth anything over $15 million.
I understand you are a really big fan of Quentin Grimes, but god damn it, he is not worth $25 million.
Luke Cornett is making $10 million. Luke Cornett is making
and that's where Quentin Grimes should be.
Oh my god, no.
Cornett was bad last year.
50-point game. He was putting 50 points up.
I know, he was really good. He's 15 to 20. But listen, if Kuminga can't get 25, then yo ass can't get 25 because Kuminga's better than Grimes.
Way
more potential. He's right.
Way more potential than Grimes,
He's right.
Or they're the same age because Grimes is still young. He's probably only like 25.
The problem with the problem with Grimes,
but I don't think
the problem with Grimes to me, it's sample size, man. You can't just command that much money for a 25-game stretch of averaging 20 points a game.
Play next to Yabusele,
bro.
Justin
Edwards. Look at the stats. We can break down the stats. When he was on Dallas, he was averaging 10 points a game. Is that $20 million worth?
He did what he needed them to do, and then when he got the chance,
what I'm saying is that $20 million.
The only reason Quentin Grimes, unfortunately, I didn't want to believe this because I was a big fan of Quentin Grimes and I don't like Georges Niang, But Georges Niang was right when he was saying the only reason why you're doing this right now is because Joel is not around. And that's right.
Georges Niang sits in the corner on a high school team.
I know. I just said I don't like football. He can still be right.
Nobody cares about him.
Oh, I'm just playing.
He could still be right.
Right, bro.
Jeez. I don't want.
Bro, look, Omar, right message, wrong messenger. No one cares anything about basketball related to Georges Niang.
Fair, fine.
We're not going to his summer camps. I'm not going to a skill camp to learn anything Georges Niang is teaching basketball kids. We do not care. I don't care about what team he's on. I don't care about how much money he signs for. I don't care if he's talking junk because he's not that type of player. He's not that guy.
Dante Exum has agreed to a 1-year deal to go back to Dallas.
Grimes is valid. I'd really like Grimes, bro, but 25 max.
He's
really
max.
He's not
like 10 million. He's not worth $10 million, but it's closer to 15 than 25.
So what did
I would go maximum like 17. You know,
that's exactly.
That's me shaking the cup. Like, man, I guess I got a little bit of entertained. You know what I mean? You said 27 a year? 27 million?
Max. That's my max for him.
What did Nickeil Alexander-Walker just get? Being a really good playoff team.
Two different Quentin Grimes.
Nickeil's getting 4
We watched two different Quentin Grimes, bro. I'm so convinced.
No, he's not a better role player than Nickeil. Because Grimes.
So you want him to make?
He was a better role player in Dallas.
You want him to make how much a year, Max? Max, how much did you want him to make a year?
I think anywhere between 15 to 27 is fair. So 15
and
so he should be paid more than. So he should be paid more than Austin Reeves.
And
no, Austin Reeves.
I would pay Austin Reeves 30 mil.
Oh man,
that's a bad take. Hold up, Austin Reeves is definitely worth 30 mil.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I'm not paying Grimes anywhere near that.
I agree with that one.
I don't think it's astronomically crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm close enough to not even give that to Reeves, bro.
Nas Reed got $6 million a year.
CAP.
Does all that shit on the Timberwolves. Does everything. He got 25.
125. He got a 5-year though, right? 5-year, 125.
Yeah,
Who?
that's like 25 million a year.
Reed.
There is no
so Grimes is like 4 years 90. Fine, 4 years 90.
No, 4 years 60. He's 15 a year.
4 years 54.
He's not more than half as bad as he doesn't deserve less than half of Nas Reed, bro. Let's calm down. Quentin Grimes could win $6 man a year on a good team.
But you gotta realize, like, what team?
Max, the sample size not.
Hold on,
What team?
If he had stayed on Dallas and they had been good, yeah.
Why would they pay him $25 million? You got Kyrie, all these boys.
I'm not saying.
Why am I paying you $25 million to come off the bench?
That doesn't mean every team in
I
the
love
league
when Earl pulls out that voice.
That doesn't mean every team in the league should pay him that.
No, okay, but that's why I said what team? Give me a team.
Max, please.
Give me a team that will pay him that $27 million. Give me a team right now.
No, I'm sorry, not Houston. Sorry, Miami. I meant Miami.
Wow, a mid team who's not going to.
What's a player that's making about $25 million right now? Give me a player that's making about $25 million right now.
Let's see.
First, top of the head, Nas.
Okay, Nas. All right, I'm gonna look up another player because Nas is not really a great example of that.
Like 20. Oh, how much does OG make? OG
40.
makes like what? 40.
Yeah, OG makes 40. If OG Anunoby can make 40, and I love OG,
but that we can all agree. But what's crazy is Max. How much you want to bet? Almost everybody is saying that that OG Anunoby was a necessary overpay. How many people came out and say that was a necessary overpay?
I agree.
So then no, he is not worth $40 million. He is worth half of that because if we did not give him $40 million, Philadelphia was willing to give him $40 million. That's the only reason why we did that.
We're talking about a 6'8" wing and a guard.
I agree with that one too. Very different players.
The wing position is so hard to find a great wing. And I agree, OG was an absolute overpay. But the Knicks had to do it to keep him on the roster because he was coveted by a lot of championship contenders. Personally, I wouldn't pay him $40 million. That's just me.
Any championship contender
in the same boat, brother.
Should also be targeted by that.
So you think Grimes is a necessary overpay, 25 a year? You think that he's a necessary overpay? Like this guy is a 6-man.
Yeah, stand on it. Yeah,
he is not a
game
changer.
If you're talking to me about who deserves more money, Quentin Grimes or Jonathan Kuminga, I'm giving that 25 to Quentin Grimes.
But I'm saying, what team right now would be like, oh, I got to pay Grimes $25 million. It makes sense
Like
right
he
now.
can change the trajectory of our season if
What
we pay him
team?
this $25 million.
I don't think Golden State, if they had the money, I don't think they do have the money, but Golden State.
Okay, Max, I have a question. Do you think Quentin Grimes is on the level of Jaren Jackson Jr.?
No, of course.
Okay, guess what? He made $23 million last year.
That was before his extension. What's he making now?
That's a little different, but he still made $23 million.
Oh,
and guess what? Do you think he's better than DeMar DeRozan?
Pretty close. It's close.
Do you think no?
Oh my God!
Do you think he's better than Mikal Bridges?
The only team that should overpay him
No,
is the
right.
Los Angeles Lakers because they.
Omar, you're just telling me guys who got contracts years
They
ago.
keep that toxic culture away from us. We're not paying that merchant $27 million. No, thank you.
Bro, y'all keep sleeping on Grimes. Y'all keep sleeping. You've been
Bro,
sleeping.
I'm hibernating,
Is
bro.
Grimes, hold on. Is Grimes even better than RJ Barrett?
Blankets.
Is Grimes
That's
even
how
better
free
than
I am on him.
No,
Okay.
he's not better than RJ.
Out in Toronto.
He's not better than a lot of people, bro. Grimes has done anything. He played on a team with Justin Edwards.
So
Not-
what?
who else was there?
Playoffs?
Yabu
So
Sele.
what, Kanan?
He had that
Drummond,
Philly team
Kelly
being
Oubre.
competitive against the Rockets.
So what?
He was playing with-
competitive against the Rockets.
Recency bias has to be studied.
All right, we gotta get off Quentin Grimes. We gotta go to the next topic.
He dropped off.
We gotta get off Quentin Grimes.
This is good. We here.
All right, I just want to move on.
Look. I'll just end on this.
Let's move on.
There's no logical person in this whole entire NBA who would pay that man $27 million a year. Absolute waste of money.
4 years, $80 million.
I can see that.
Okay, fine.
That
15. 15 is my maximum.
Doing some stupid shit like that.
15 is my maximum.
I'll stick to my
Hornets.
17 as my max.
Who's gonna get it from? Yeah, you know what? I'm wrong. Utah will do it.
Brooklyn would do it.
He would be a dip. Okay, I won't say that.
Yeah, why doesn't Utah would probably give him 20 mil to fill out some salaries.
If he was on Utah, he'd average 17, 18 points a game.
So you think that's worth 25 a year?
I don't think he even starts in Utah.
Is it worth it to Utah? I don't know.
I don't think he even starts in Utah.
Unless he's the 6th man of the year,
God.
that shit don't add up.
I don't think he starts in Utah.
Who is he not starting over?
Who? Okay, let me look at the roster. Give me one second.
You don't even know their roster, bro.
It's Collier,
Casual. You don't even know who's on their team, bro.
Collier, George.
He's better than both.
Ace Bailey.
George and Grimes. That's your starting backcourt. George and Grimes. Good young backcourt.
Well, okay.
I'm
Quentin
shaking.
Grimes is gone. Ace Bailey is there.
It's Grimes and Ace Bailey. Oh my God.
Yeah, for real.
If Grimes went to the Lakers today,
Walter Clayton Jr.
I agree.
Walter Clayton Jr. They got Taylor Hendricks.
$20 million for that.
Keontae George, Cody Williams.
Is good value in this league. When Jaren Jackson Jr. is getting 45 a year, yeah, Grimes can get 20.
And I like Grimes.
Yeah, what is it?
I like Grimes, bro. I really do. I saw him drop 40 or 50 on the Warriors. I watched that game.
So did I. You can't look at that and tell me he's not worth 20 M's.
I know, but Max, he didn't do it enough though. And the team
He will. You give him the opportunity. He will.
Third stringers, like he was playing with a diminished Philly team,
and he made them good. Or did they win? Did they win that game, or were they at least close to winning?
I don't think he made anybody good. I saw him drop 40, and they still lost by probably 20.
Brother, he had multiple different opportunities.
He could be a third option.
He had multiple different opportunities. He could have done this in New York when he was starting in New York and getting those minutes.
Thibodeau or Julius Randle on the team. He never.
I mean, I understand that to a certain extent, but I also can understand if he made a name for himself, if he was able to make those threes consistently, if he was able to play defense as consistently as he was playing it.
Shots a game, I would know. That's me and Rack. Tough to shoot.
That was only when he got moved to the bench, and we both know that. He was getting at least 5 when he was starting.
No. Abe, he thinks he's worth $27 million. So round that up a little bit, bud.
Now Obi Toppin's a 6-man.
He thinks he's $27 million.
Obi Toppin, I agree with you. I don't think we should have given up Obi Toppin for loose change. But I do think he should have to go because Tom Thibodeau
screwed Quentin Grimes. They screwed Obi Toppin.
I agree with you, dude. You're saying things I agree with you with. What are you saying right now?
So outside of his half year,
but that doesn't mean Quentin Grimes is worth $25 million. It doesn't mean Obi Toppin is worth $25 million. You see Utah giving Obi Toppin I'm sorry, not Utah. You see Indiana giving Obi Toppin $25 million. They don't even want to give it to Miles Turner.
He's better than Obi Toppin, though.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's a great example then. That's an even better example because they didn't even want to give it to Miles Turner. So what makes you think they're going to turn around and give it to Obi Toppin? After maxing out Tyrese Halliburton.
I think if you have the money, almost any team in the league would be lucky to get Kobe Bryant on a $15 million contract. Any team would be lucky to have him. 20, I'll agree. I can say market value 20. I can.
Oh,
okay,
man.
you want to say 25
right.
is fortunate? I understand.
I gotta move on from my sanity here. We gotta move on to our sanity. Dante Exum just got signed to the Dallas Mavericks.
Skip.
We're good,
we got
bro.
the answer.
We're good. Oh, guys, let's stop the podcast. Let's talk about Dante Exum.
No, man, not that. I'm just trying to move on. Let's get a different topic.
D'Lo. Do we like D'Lo to the Mavericks?
I do.
I love it.
I think that's a great move. Yes.
Any point guard helps. And I like
Earl. I know. I understand.
I'm just saying this. I made a tweet about it. I said, I'm not gonna blame you guys because I did it before. That's all. I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna blame y'all. I've been through the experience. The videos right after you get signed. D'Lo back in the gym getting ready for the season. It's literally like watching a cycle, same thing happening over and over again. It starts with D'Lo going to the gym, working out. D'Lo playing in the game, playing okay. D'Lo starts taking bad shots. D'Lo, actually I don't feel like playing defense these next couple of possessions. D'Lo, 5 seconds into the shot clock? Oh, let's just shoot from half court. We'll make it off of vibes. Okay. We'll see.
He's 100% a vibes guy. But I have a hot take. I really like their backup point guard, Brandon Williams. I might like him over D'Lo. Like, Brandon Williams in his sample last year in those games where they had no point guard was fucking raw. Like, double-doubles consistently. But he'll be backing up D'Lo. D'Lo's going to play. He's going to be a lob threat. He's got Lively, Gafford, AD, Coop. He has to be good. If he's not good, that's why he got $6.5 million. That's it. Earl, that's why he got 6.5. Because he's not that good.
I mean, it was better value than what we had. So
yeah, 6.5. It's like, come on, like another Max. D'Lo got 6.5, and he's a proven role player. Proven.
Okay. You know what, Jay? Okay. Here's a list of the NBA players that are currently making $25 million a year. You ready for this list? It starts with John Collins.
Better than
John Collins, Miles Bridges, Anthony Simons, and Draymond Green.
Every single one of those people are better than Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, they're better.
Every single one of those players are better than Quentin Grimes.
They are.
And including one of them is a goddamn champion.
He's not better than John Collins.
He's not.
He is better than John Collins.
No, he is not.
Max, bro. Where's Grimes? Come out. Grimes, come to the camera.
Grimes. Collins put up 19 points a game, 8 rebounds.
Where's the gun to your head at?
Game match, you're trolling.
Literally,
for a whole season.
If you swap him with College Utah, he's putting up 19.
No, he's not, bro. You were delusional. You're making this case horrible, bro.
Say the names again.
Miles Bridges, John Collins, Anthony Simons, Draymond Green.
He's definitely better than Miles Bridges. Damn straight better than Miles. Damn straight better than Draymond. He damn straight better than John Collins. Did you see John Collins? He went to the Eastern Conference Finals in his second or third year, and he was the third best player on that Hawks team.
I was in high school when that happened.
Brother, still.
What does that mean?
He's a proven
what does that have to do with us?
He's proven, which means he earns
a
money.
Yeah, aren't you a proven guy? Wait, Max. Max, be proven guy. Max. What happened to being proven on a top 10? What happened to being proven? What has Grimes proven?
On Dallas last year, he was proven.
How? What did Dallas do? What did Dallas do?
Say, get your ass out of here.
What did Dallas do?
Martin for some reason. They undervalued him and traded him for.
But what did Max? What did Dallas do? What did Dallas do with Grimes on the team? What did they do?
They were third in the West.
Max, let me ask you.
Where did that lead them?
No.
Hold on, everybody.
Omar,
I have a.
They traded Luke and Kyrie.
Omar, wait. Before you go,
What did he do? What?
Hold on. Let him go.
Yeah.
What did Grimes do? He was on all these good teams, right? And he goes to the sorriest team out of all those. He's a bad team, good performer. Good team, ass performer. That's all he's showing.
Yes.
When the Knicks were good, he wasn't playing. When Dallas was good, he was not playing.
Oh, now we're blaming Tom Thibodeau. Okay.
Julius Randle. I'll blame Randle too.
Better. Come on, man. He's on Philly with nobody. With
Literally nobody. Barely a Tyrese Maxey.
Come on.
Barely a Tyrese Maxey.
If someone did this on the Lakers, Earl would be on his knees right now.
What, Reed?
Jake LaRavia has 30 points in a game. Earl, if we ever see Jake LaRavia have 45 points in a game, you're going to post 85,000 TikToks.
And you know what? I am. You know why? Because we'll be proven, we'll be in the playoffs, and then we'll have meaningful games for him to play in.
You just wait. Just wait until, bro. I can't wait for Grimes to show y'all. When Quentin Grimes is a starter on a championship caliber.
How many points has Grimes scored in the playoffs so far in his career?
I just want to say to everybody in the chat that Max is a Quentin Grimes
big money. Let me know. Can you pull up that list again one more time? What was the names? I forgot.
Miles Bridges, Draymond Green, Anthony Simons, John Collins. He's in that.
Okay. So
and Trey Murphy the third. And Trey Murphy the third. Don't forget Trey Murphy the third.
So minus those two guys, every other one of those guys.
Touching Trey Murphy the third.
Minus those 3 guys, every other person on that list is a playoff performer. They perform and put up big numbers in the playoffs. Correct.
Yes.
Draymond, John Collins, and who was the other name? I forgot.
Simons, like.
Oh no, you just had the list. It surely is still there.
Simons was there. Anthony Simons was there.
John
What
Collins
happens
and
if we
Miles
don't get
Bridges.
Aiden?
Omar. I don't see.
We will get Aiden. We will get Aiden. Don't worry.
You don't see Trey Murphy. I have
We're
Trey
good, guys. We're
Murphy.
good.
I have Trey Murphy at rank 74. New Orleans Pelicans 25 million flat.
I'm at 28. I think you're looking at this past year. I think my list is the same.
W reverse psychology. I like it. Keep that up, Kanan.
Yeah, I am. My bad. Because when I pull up the other one, it doesn't give me it.
Yo,
I want to use Messi, bro.
How do we not talk about the Kessler shit? What are the Jazz doing? Why are they trying to?
The Jazz have been doing this. The Jazz have been doing this for years. The Jazz have been asking
so bad, bro.
The Jazz have been asking for at least 2 first-round picks for him for the past 2 years.
What are they doing? Like,
I'll say personally, like
they always do.
I think they just, I don't know, bro. They're really. It's like when you got something valuable, bro, they just want to go. They just want to flex Kessler. They don't actually want. They just like the idea of being able to shop Kessler. I personally feel like that. They like getting calls. Oh, we'll give you this and that. Okay, let me think about it. They never call back. They don't call back. I want y'all to know that the Kessler trade thing. He's not getting traded. He will retire a Utah Jazz player unless he leaves on his own free will. He's not getting traded. Real talk.
He could literally start on 27 out of 30 NBA teams. Why would you trade him?
Whoa.
Why is that a whoa? Why is that a whoa?
Nuggets, he's not starting. Spurs, he's not starting. Cavs, he's not starting. Knicks, he's not starting. There's 4 right there.
He can't start on the Knicks.
No.
Cat and Kessler 4 or 5.
No.
Y'all started Mitchell Robinson and Cat before.
That's what I'm saying.
He's way better than Mitchell Robinson. Way better than Mitchell Robinson. Omar, do not make me fry you.
I have a hot take. He's better than Jared
Allen. He is way better.
No.
Bro, you're saying he's not better than. You don't think he's better than Mitchell Robinson?
I think he's a great center. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say.
I'm sure for you, he is not better.
I saw this.
I gotta look it over.
10 points, 20 rebounds, 10 blocks.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of the best when healthy. I have to put that in there. Obviously,
don't say defender because that's what the Kessler is.
I'm not because I'm gonna say one of the best offensive rebounders in the game.
So is Kessler.
Kessler is an elite starting center.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
Maybe
I think Mitchell Robinson was more than
on Kessler. We're sleeping on him right now, y'all.
Okay. So let me ask this.
This is the dude better than Kessler, by the way, chat.
Is Walker Kessler a top 5?
You realize he played 17 games, right?
No,
and that's even worse.
What do you mean, Kessler, brother?
He can't stay healthy.
Deal.
Okay, so is Kessler top 10? Is he a top 10 center in basketball?
Yes, he's a top 10 starter. He's a top 10 starting center. I don't know about skill or any of that shit, but as a starting big,
y'all are overhyping.
I'm not overhyping. You don't watch. You clearly don't watch games. That's okay because nobody really watched Utah games, and it's okay.
Yeah. Our job is. I'm not going out of my way. If it's on,
our job is to educate and inform.
Yeah. Educate
and inform.
Kessler can make any team good as a starter. Any team.
I agree. I just don't know if I'd say he's top 10 in the league. Probably
2.4 blocks per game.
With 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Averaging a double-double.
Bro, that's a starting center on almost any NBA team, except for like 3 or 4.
Like, come on, what are we talking about?
Is he starting on Houston this season? Is he starting on Houston?
He's not on.
Yes.
Oh wait, no.
Şengün at the 4.
Yes, easily.
Kessler
You
at the
make
5.
it happen.
Kessler would be disgusting.
I don't care, bro. They wouldn't miss a board. Definitely starts with Houston. No hesitation.
Run double big with Şengün and fucking Steven Adams.
Max, bro, your takes today have been putting me on fire, man.
Max,
It's nice to sit in this chair for once. I gotta say.
No, you're instigating it too, talking about Mitchell
I'm
Robinson
here.
better than Kessler, bro. What are we
Hey,
talking
man,
about?
You're
That's not even real basketball.
I'll stand.
That's
on
not
that.
even real basketball. You're comparing a backup big who can't even stay on the court for more
He's
than
not a
15
backup
minutes.
big. That's the thing. Because
I mean, what is he? A half a big?
Tom Thibodeau fucked up and didn't readjust him into the starting lineup. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
Like 17 games. Who's gonna readjust? Stay healthy.
Mitch can't start on every team. He just can't.
Not on every
He can.
team. Not on every team. I don't think.
I don't even think he can start.
Is
on
Walker
the Bulls.
Kessler better than Miles Turner?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he
Yes.
better than DeAndre
Yes.
Ayton?
Yeah.
Yes. 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 What? What are we saying?
What are you
Is he
saying?
Is he better than Şengün?
No.
No.
Is he better than Chet?
No.
Yes.
It's close.
I don't care.
No, it's
As
close.
a
It's
center,
close.
starting
It's close.
center,
It's
yes.
close.
But
Yes.
Chet is the better
Yes.
player, though.
As a
But
bench
I
player.
think Chet is technically playing
Remember-
power
remember-
forward. I
remember
think
what I
Isaac
said.
Hartenstein is
Yes.
playing that
As
center
as a
position.
center and on almost any
True,
team.
true,
All right,
You know,
I don't
I
think
agree,
we can.
I
I don't
agree.
think we can. I don't
Bro,
think we
if
can
you
really
put
talk
Chet
about that.
next to him, absolutely
Best defense in the
disgusting.
NBA. And already like
OKC should go get him.
Easily
OKC should go
four-time
get him.
champions. You think who?
OKC should go get Walker Kessler.
They're not going to trade OKC Walker Kessler, bro.
like, bro. Kessler can start at center on
A man can just look and theorize.
I'm
Only
vetoing
teams-
it.
Let's theorize for a second.
Is he better than? Let me see. Who's another good name? Is he better than Rudy Gobert?
Yes. If
Yes.
they would rescind
Yes.
that trade if they knew Walker Kessler was going to be this good. They would never done the
Yep.
trade.
Yes.
Like Rudy, fuck Rudy, man.
I mean, just straight up.
I think.
Let's just say-
I think
it's
it's.
not.
Yeah.
It's more on the other side for me. It's why
Yeah.
would the Jazz give him that and let them dominate the NBA in the Western Conference?
I mean,
That's
they
just
could probably
horrible.
give him an outrageous price, and then the OKC.
Maybe
can
so.
do
I
it.
mean, obviously,
Okay,
if the
here's
price is
last one I'll
right.
say. Here's the last one I'll say. Is Kessler better than
Like-
Zubac?
no,
Then who?
no,
Zubac.
no.
Yes.
No.
I like Zoo. I think this season Zoo.
Yes.
I take
Yep.
Zoo.
Yep.
No.
Zoo.
I think he
Yeah.
could be better in a few years, but
Zoo,
right now, I'm
Zoo had a great season, a
Zoo
great
was-
breakout
Zoo was
season
a
this
fucking
year. I
demon.
don't
I think
put. I don't
right
put him
now
that
Zoo
way
is the
yet.
better player. In 3 years, get back to me on that. But I think
Yeah.
right now Zoo is the better player.
After
Zoo
this
is the
season,
better
he'll be the better player.
After Wemby and Chet, he's the third best shot blocker. But Zoo does.
Miles
everything.
Turner is up there too. Miles Turner blocks a lot. He can't grab a rebound to save his life, but we're just looking at shot blocks. Then
I take
Look, when I
Kessler.
look at centers, I evaluate them on how they use their skill set to their best of abilities. The thing that makes me mad about Miles Turner is for a stretch big, he absolutely sold the Pacers because he couldn't hit a single shot in the NBA Finals.
And
How
on
are
top of
you-
that, couldn't grab a rebound.
Erased half of your game, what you're known for, is horrible. In that case, I'd rather take Walker Kessler because I know he's going to give me 12 boards a game, and he can still give me 10 plus
we
points.
haven't seen
Easily.
that in the playoffs yet. I'm
And
not
this-
saying he can't. I'm
this
just saying.
is on-
Keep in
I
mind,
mean,
we haven't
you
seen it in
talk-
the
What do
This is
you
on
mean?
the
He's on the
Houston
Jazz.
Exactly.
Max, you can't keep using that line, bro.
Imagine if his
I'm
brother.
banning that line.
Listen,
I'm banning
imagine-
that line.
Imagine if he had Luka or Trae Young throwing
Oh
him
my
lobs.
god. Oh, I
He, would
can't,
average,
bro.
he could average 16 and 15 on a good team. I'm not even kidding.
I could give him 15. I could give him like 15 and 14.
Bro, the man is.
I can see that.
He can start on 20. Like I said earlier, he can start on 28 of 30 NBA teams. I'm telling you.
28. No,
I'm
28 is
emotionally drained right
Man
now.
is elite,
Oh,
bro. He's an
man.
elite starting center in this league, bro. Like the Lakers
great.
had
11 and
him.
12 is not
If
elite.
the Lakers had him, I'd be pissed if the Lakers got him because they're gonna be good automatically,
I agree.
bro.
Okay,
They're
guys,
gonna be elite.
Walker
Bro.
Kessler won me my fantasy league. Shout out Omar. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that
hear
trade
you.
you told me about.
But
Like, bro,
let's
he's-
just comment a bit, like before we anoint him the second coming of Hakeem.
Nobody said, bro.
I'm not saying that. My
See, now
point
you're
was
adding
you
stuff
start-
in.
You can start.
said
on
You
a lot.
asked him.
28 of
You
30.
asked him if he would start on these teams, and the answer is yes, he would.
and the
The
only
only thing he doesn't do is shoot.
That's the only thing he doesn't do. And
So you know what you do?
Tyler.
You pair him next to a stretch four. Easily fixes all your problems.
Well,
Imagine
guys,
that man next to
you know
Wemby.
what? I have an idea. Why don't we talk more about the Jazz in our 2-minute drill segment?
2-minute
Can we
drill.
get Herb Jones? Probably not. I don't even want to get your hopes up, buddy.
Thank you guys so much for Thank you guys so much for tuning in on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this episode of Beyond the Backboard Podcast. We will be here regularly in the playoff LAL chat every Wednesday at 3 or 4. Kind of really depends, but around that time.
I have good sources that we'll be back here every week on Wednesday afternoon.
And the source
after today, I'm day to day concussion protocol.
Gosh,
I'm dated.
Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. We're gonna see
Bulls fan.
we're gonna be in our Beyond the Backboard room, so everybody can go in and join that room. We're gonna be in there for our 2-minute drill segment. So we appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this hour and a half or hour and 40-minute episode of Beyond the Backboard. And see you guys soon.
I just broke my laptop.
Who's getting the the level exception? I don't know.
All right, peace out. See you guys soon.
Talk to Abe.